Welcome back, ladies and gents, on to FACEIT TV. I'm DDK, this is James, this is the Grenade, and we have our next match, HellRaisers and Aligon, going to be facing it up here for the G2A.com Cup, powered by FACEIT, of course. They are putting up 10,000 bucks, our G2A.com, for these teams to compete over, and this is a very important match, of course. Aligon, HellRaisers, obviously one would expect HellRaisers to go through. In fact, we must have some odds lurking for this match. But what do you think, James? What is your first initial take on this?
Well, HellRaisers, I think it was Fnatic they beat on at DreamHack Winter, and they beat them very handily on Inferno. So they're looking good right now. They seem to have had some improvements as of late. So we'll have to see what they can offer in this match. So, but for definitely for me, HellRaisers are the team to beat. They're a team I've wanted to see be more consistent and be. I think they have the potential to be a lot stronger than we've seen them historically. And I hope that starts sooner rather than later. Obviously, they have. Blade, who you saw in the previous match, is their coach, and so you know, hopefully they'll be showing us something special this game.
Yeah, I mean, they must have learned a lot. They had of course their run at last DreamHack, which looked like a different team. Obviously, able to take some great results, and they did so in a way that looked almost non-HellRaiser-esque because they had more strategy, more just a better theory to what they were actually doing, and they were all kind of on board to the same idea. And this was kind of the problem of HellRaisers, is that everyone was kind of like almost doing different things, not really on the same page. So do you have our odds here? And of course, it's a massive favorite for HellRaisers, which is expected. And Aligon, they've had their lineups have changed like constantly. They're another one of those kind of mixed teams with constant changing lineups. So it is hard to see them toppling HellRaisers, which in theory should be like a top 6 team.
Yes,
in theory.
Worth mentioning, Aligon did win the qualifier. There were 212 teams involved in the qualifier, the European qualifier for the G2A.com December Cup, and they came out trumps on top. And again, as you said, they are. I mean, last time I remember seeing Aligon, I think Dennis was in the team. He's not in the team today. We've got Xelos in the team. I haven't seen him playing for a while, so definitely, I don't think we can really say we know what to expect.
I forgot something very important, James.
What's that?
We forgot to announce the raffle winner.
Ah, yes.
What's wrong with us?
So you can stop spamming dongers now because the dongers have been raised, and
Chipwa, congratulations.
Chipwa is the winner, but you have to just shout us a message in chat. Make sure you see this. If you don't claim your lovely skin by the end of this map, we will roll again. So
Eagle Blaze.
The Deagle Blaze. Mr. Chipwa, you have one. Definitely say something in the chat to make sure you get this message, and then we will give you further instructions. So, let me press the G button, and it doesn't do anything marvelous.
Marvelous. All right, so the good old knife round. Looks like HellRaisers.
Not even going to watch.
Should be starting off on the CT side then. And it's just very hard to predict exactly what's going to happen, but it should just be HellRaisers. HellRaisers should, in theory, I feel like, just stomp over them. HellRaisers have great execution. CT side, they can just play a vanilla style, and they should have a really big advantage. Okay,
so there's a little setting they need to change on the server, so we are going to talk to you in the meantime.
I don't want to.
Has Chipwa said anything yet? No. For some reason, we have a habit of giving away skins and having them not claimed.
Really weird.
So I think the first time we gave away a skin, the guy didn't reply for 2 months.
Yeah.
And then he sent us a message saying, this was a scam, right? This was a scam. No, buddy, it's not a scam. We're giving... I mean, what...
A lot of knives have been given away.
That makes me want to pull the pin.
Don't do it.
But I'm not going to do it, guys. I'm going to give away more skins instead. Maybe not today. Maybe Saturday. But we have a big day on Saturday, actually. Oh, and with regards, we should give you some more information, actually. With regards to the previous match, that suffered lots of DDoS, etc. It's going to be postponed, not cancelled. We're going to try and run the match on Saturday. We're just waiting for the teams to confirm they can do it or not. But, again, some people a bit too fast on the Twitter. We're forfeiting the game. I think you need to speak to us first. It is going to be postponed. I mean, the second map has only just started, so there's no need to throw things away. It's a $10,000 cup.
The Twitter thing is like a really interesting talking point because it's this super easy platform for players to just instantly send whatever statement that they feel like sending off to the masses.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really work that way
can be dangerous.
in regular sports. You know, before the whole Twitter thing, like people, I don't know, like a journalist would have to like get in somebody's face after a match or something,
yeah,
and then release like whatever they said. But now a player can just, as you said, sound off, and that was of course like led to some kind of like that can be really damaging as well.
Yes,
So it's
yes.
like obviously the whole vacation situation was exacerbated a little bit because of that.
Yeah, well, there's been a lot of examples, but I think it often it can be quite harmful. I think with the vacation thing and people's accusations, like Peter, for example, threw out loads of accusations with really strong language, then deleted it afterwards, which only propagates it at that point because
I mean
it's
that
the
kind
internet,
of
nothing's ever deleted.
I mean that kind of put the focus on Flusher there.
Yeah.
Which was, I mean, this is like we shouldn't necessarily like go too deep into this territory because it's like past now. This stuff is like
it's not. I mean, that's just one example of the kind of heat of the moment Twitter thing, but it does go beyond that as well. And you know, there needs to be a bit of self-restraint there, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the players have a huge amount of influence. They got lots of people following them, of course.
Exactly, yeah.
They got lots of people that will respect whatever they're saying.
Yeah, and take it all as fact as well.
Yeah.
Which is why if you say something like in the heat of the moment, if you're upset with a situation or something like that, and maybe it's not the case or more details emerge later, then a lot of people only see the initial tweets and then everything that happens afterwards, like the damage is done and nothing gets repaired. Yeah. So definitely things worth thinking about. And as organisers, it is something that all the organisers are discussing. To make it a better place for everyone.
Because sometimes at tournaments as well, like players can be put in like weird situations, and it just takes like one tweet from like a really professional, top level, very respected player that can then all of a sudden send loads of heat to the tournament organizer, and then actually influence how they're going to manage their situation, which is like really bad because it kind of it infringes upon the integrity of the competition, which is the entire purpose of the organizational body.
Integrity is tantamount.
It shouldn't be the community that decides their decision, that creates the decisions. It should be the organizing body, which is the tournament. They are there to be the upkeep of integrity and make sure the game is fair and everything like that, and they're not biased and all this kind of stuff. So it's really like important thing, a very important point. It's very interesting how technology has changed like everything. Like when was the first iPhone? It was like what, 2007 or something? 2008. It's something like that, and it's not even 10 years on yet, and we've made huge leaps. Like, I mean, I think we're jumping into the game now, so we're going to be having to leave those talking points there for now.
Yeah, but something to potentially discuss in future.
Yeah, it is an interesting one. Either way, I think we're going to be doing this without.
Wow, okay. We'll take that. I pressed G about 20 times while we were talking. Yeah. But never mind. Markelov with that pop flash. People are completely blind. He's going to get the first frag on xelos. Trade frag coming in there from makkeP. No idea how you pronounce that one, but things are going backwards and forwards. The B site is lost, but the flank is coming in from Simple, and he cleans up, sweeps them all into the sewer, and no bomb plant for them either. That was very nice come from behind. You can see Simple's got 99 armor.
Oh, no!
Which means that if he wants to buy a helmet, which he has, that cost him $1,000 rather than $350 if his armor was perfect. So, a little thing that costs a lot of money.
It's really annoying, actually. It's like that feeling when it doesn't, when you're like on 100 armor and you can just get the 350 helmet. It's so nice.
Yeah, I'm the kind of guy who shoots my teammates to control them in matchmaking. You think you can buy a helmet.
So it looks like Mystic's able to actually catch Simple off guard. He was playing kind of aggressively on middle there.
Question is, though, can he pick up the weapon? So CTs are basically forced to protect it now. Because obviously if the terrorists have bought armor and so on, which they have, and they pick up that weapon, that could change the entire round. Which means that HellRaisers have to take a closer angle than they may otherwise have.
It's going to be Angel gunning down 2 players, assaulting Boiler, and it was, I believe, Dosia, it was one of the players was without weapon. They were playing just with a pistol, so they were able to pick up the M4 that was dropped by Simple. And perhaps that was the whole ethos behind it. Simple can peek out, get some information, and the weapon will be picked up. So that was probably the plan all along for them, in retrospect. But HellRaisers with a very clean start to the match, a 2-0, and Aligon now having invested previously. Looks like Mystic's probably going to be picking up an AWP. Didn't invest anything.
Get a knife kill or something
in the last round. No.
Third round AWP?
No, but he bought a pistol. He just had a pistol, I think, and he picked up the M4 that was dropped. No. He bought the M4. Maybe the M4 was dropped to him. Yeah. I'm not sure. Actually, you have to go back.
He had an M4 at the beginning of the round, one way or another. And he's getting that AWP to work straight away. He has got 11 HP though. There's a bomb down by Kucher, just storming down Banana with that potato gun. Does get dinked, but that's a nice cleanup. Only one person down for HellRaisers, so minimal damage done.
You know what's really interesting about the CZ getting the nerf is that you can actually safely play with the SMGs more now, because before the CZ was better than the SMGs basically. Like
yes, it was. It was absolutely better than the SMGs.
So you couldn't really use the SMGs in the way that was kind of intended, I guess, by Valve. So you kind of just had to settle back with rifles and play as if they had a full buy.
Yeah, that's one of the few reasons why it was completely broken, because of the armor penetration, as well as the insane rate of fire, and the recoil, and small spread.
And the running spread, yeah.
Yeah.
And the accuracy.
It was just too much.
16 bullets, man.
And the range. It had a good range as well.
It did have a really good range. I saw people tapping down guys on the super long ranges with it. But we do get makkeP picked off very early on here. So HellRaisers with a very tight defense. They've managed to swing back 4 players. They kind of sniffed out this A play. So Aligon really backed against the wall here. The counter flashes are completely demolishing this rush. They cannot push forwards as they had intended. And now Aligon really left without any options. xelos and dalito. That means that they are going to have to go forward and get some crazy awesome picks to salvage this somehow. It's the only way. xelos going to get a free one, but here, Kucher, and he gets the knife onto dalito. So that is all the money in the bank. The BANK for him, and xelos now. Where is he looking there? It looked like he'd run out of mouse pad or something, but I hate when that happens. Or like when you hit your keyboard, that's the worst. Or if you're like caught to get stuck in between the mouse pad and the monitor or something.
Well, I play on a bureau, so I don't really have space for all these things. I tend to run my mouse into a cup of tea.
Oh yeah.
Or a bank statement, or I don't know, my bicycle.
You run it into your bicycle.
Yeah, it's right next to my bureau.
No okay. Simple with a very intensive pick up or pick attempt there onto the middle. Kucher is going to be very forward on that car, kind of isolated there. He had a flash over from a teammate, but it wasn't enough to save his life, and he only got 1 frag out of it. So that was a great result there for Aligon, who have not really invested anything into this round, really. Tech 9 and a couple of PT50s. xelos does have a Molotov, actually, which he picked up from Kucher, so that's kind of nice. He could actually use this Molotov to a pretty strong effect.
Post-CZ nerf, like at least today, we have seen a significant increase in the prevalence of the Tech 9. But I don't think it's really been mastered yet. It is a very strong gun statistically. But it doesn't seem to fire the way the other guns do, such as the PT50, etc. And not really being that effective so far in these matches post-apocalypse.
So Angel with a frag and a back. Going to be feeling very comfortable right now, moving towards library. His team knows what's happening now, more or less, and they've thinned out the numbers. xelos is still alive without AK and Molotov. In fact, he's going to toss that one. Not sure where it went, but it's going to be Angel taking off Khobra there to put it to a 2-on-2. Simple, in position in time, going to catch off xelos, and makkeP there on site with the Tech 9. And don't be fooled, he is quite dangerous here. He's going to be able to pick off Simple. Tech 9, very effective, but Markelov gets the catch, and the round there picks up the AWP. So that's going to go to Simple and following round. And HellRaisers is going to be just extending their lead. One more.
Markelov doesn't pick up the Tech 9, as I say that, picks up the Tech 9. So I wonder, how many bullets does it have in the chamber?
That's a lot.
It has like 25 or something, right?
It's like the Glock where you're like, well, I'm never going to run out.
Yeah, but you really are never going to run out.
With the USP, for example, like you actually have to worry about that.
The Tech 9 has got a lot of bullets indeed. So nobody on the CT side going to challenge mid just yet. Simple going to get smoked off just as he starts to get some ideas. So that's going to be him out for a few seconds. Fast pick there by Mystic on Angel.
Wow, so brave.
Oh, he just didn't get there down there fast enough. There were flashes, but hey, I can't even talk. Everyone's dead. What's going on?
It's complete madness. Aligon are pushing all over the place. HellRaisers were pushing all over the place. There was gaps here and there and everywhere in their defense, and looks like it's all on Simple now. First kill there onto Khobra, but It's going to be swiftly removed, and that's a really big deal. They managed to pick up the round there, and they also pick up the AWP. That's going to go on to khobra, it looks like. Simple able to reinvest, but HellRaisers, if they want to continue this dominance, it's got to start here, because they're ecoing if they lose this one.
We've seen these kind of hyper-aggressive rounds from, I think, like the old Very Games lineup, and maybe LDLC as well on Inferno. We haven't seen it so much recently, but where they just they have a strong offense, they bomb down mid, etc. Oh, and that's a colossal fail there for the HellRaisers team on the B bomb site. So obviously there was a setup, so there could be a counter flash should Simple need it, but it wasn't in the right place, or it wasn't fast enough. He got picked. Second player got picked. They do have a defense on B, so they haven't lost the site just yet. But 4 on 3. This is not ideal at all. Mystic going to find Angel as well, and this round could be over pretty fast. CT stretched to the max now. One person on each side. They don't know where the bomb is just yet. And this is all of a sudden just become a catastrophe.
Yeah.
HellRaisers 5-0 up. Now they've got next to no money in the bank. Dosia's got $50. He's got like 1 note. Doesn't even need a wallet. Just straight in the pocket. They're going to need to rethink the strategy here, because the hyper-aggression not working out.
Yeah, I mean, this so this is the deal, right? When you're against a team that's like Aligon has a bunch of like really strong suites. They have who are really good on the execution. Markelov keeping himself alive there. Let's see if he can continue that trend. Maybe he can even get an extra pick off here. Aligon aren't really worried too much about losing everybody at the attempt to pick off Markelov, remove that AWP, which is kind of smart considering the economic situation HellRaisers there. But Markelov's going to survive. But to return to that point after he gets the ace there, essentially HellRaisers, all they have to do against Aligon is just play really defensive, like NIP, like Inferno setups. Just play really defensive, be reactive, be very content with just staying super defensive. Because Aligon, they're not going to have a lot of these set plays which are supposed to break those defenses, because they're a team that doesn't have a lot of routine. And HellRaisers, by playing aggressively, they're moving into the best scenario, which is getting picks, which is what Aligon are going to be doing for days.
Markelov just felt that one. Looks like we're going to see a strong push in, but the AWP has been picked up by kucher now. That is going to put a stop to the Aligon team. They don't know the situation in terms of weaponry for the rest of the HellRaisers side, but they know where the AWP is. So it looks like they're just going to leave one player there just to kind of stop an aggressive push from the CTs and keep their options open, while they try and push out some more CTs towards the A-bomb site. Angel going to get dinked through the wall, 10 HP. So so far so good here for the Aligon team.
I'm just really worried that HellRaisers are not going to identify on the next buy round that they need to play defensively against what Aligon are doing. It's so clear, like, how they're getting these frags.
Yeah.
It's really clear. HellRaisers.
That is a very good point. They're applying strong strategies, but against the wrong opponent.
Exactly. Like this, against another team, this could be pretty effective. But they're playing against a team that wants to play like a mixed style. They want to move out and get picks and play Angels. HellRaisers playing against the inherent advantages of Inferno, which is playing counter flash setups, playing crossfires. But Simple back in the corner pit there. He's going to get a pick, but they're going to identify that's where the AWP is. And now they're going to be able to rotate back towards B. And Aligon should have an easy take of this. It's Dosia at the back of the site. He does have an AK, but no armor on it. That's kucher, unable to find any quick kills. And that's also going to distract them so Dosia can get a quick frag. But still kucher working that deagle as he moves in. But the bomb will go down, and still HellRaisers with the chance now. As Simple has had the time to rotate, as they were delayed a little bit because of kucher's shenanigans. He's scanning around for players here, trying to force a peek for Simple to get a pick off. But they aren't budging. Good play, good play indeed from Aligon so far. It's kucher scanning those angles. He knows they're playing Heat and Potty right now. xelos going to catch him. This is absolutely wonderful play. Great control from Aligon. Not moving a muscle, and it's going to be around for them. So we should have the buy for HellRaisers now, I think, right? That
was a very costly round for Aligon. They kind of got stuck in mid for a while. They started getting picked off here and there. That could have been a lot worse for them. But they do survive, and most importantly, with the round, they can still full buy. But you can see makkeP with $100 now in the bank. khobra with just sub 1,000, but they're going in the right direction. Again, HellRaisers saving that all-important AWP.
So Simple's basically the JW, the Kenny S of this team. He has the skills to actually hang with those guys. So you'd expect him to go for the aggressions, but the rest of his team now, we want to see those more defensive setups. I think maybe HellRaisers have caught on a little bit. They're not trying to push banana. They're playing close, very tight to the sites, and also a very standard setup on A. So they should be forcing Aligon to push into their counter flash setups, into their counter smoke setups, and that should allow them to have the defensive advantage, and they should be able to win rounds against that.
So some aggressive smoke there on the B area. We have one from the CTs as well. So that T-smoke would have allowed him to peek a little bit. But he's got the counter smokes, counter flashes coming in, so nothing doing there for the time being. Going to find xelos taken out by Dosia in the apps area. I'm not sure if he knows that Khobra's there as well. Let's have a look at where Dosia is aiming.
This is beautiful. Look at how defensive they are right now. They're all just falling back onto the site. This is absolutely what we wanted to see. Aligon are very dangerous right now. They're very dangerous on these picks. But now you can see they're moving through these choke points, and Simple is just racking up the kills. They finally trade back onto him. But still, Aligon so dangerous moving through these choke points. It is just makkeP left over as he's on the bomb site now. Might just be able to get the bomb down, which is a big result, but no. Does get denied by Angel, and there he is, sprawled out on the floor. But that was the round. That's the kind of round we want to see out of HellRaisers that more appropriately plays against what Aligon's strengths are, which we can see is just pushing these angles and going for picks.
Indeed, they weren't able to save the AWP in that round, so Simple going to be starting after his buy with $50 in the bank. We've got the Rec 9s coming out for the Aligon team. You can see one of them can use them. I think it was makkeP who got a nice kill with it, so see if he can repeat his success in this round. Going to be an aggressive push here through quad and apps. Simple repositioning, getting a nice frag there. Doesn't miss often, that guy. And it's going to slow down the T's a little bit. Second pick coming out for Dosia. So far, so good on this anti-eco by the CTs. Got the counter flashes coming in mid. Going to take out khobra. Couldn't see anything before he was dead. xelos getting a headshot. Bit of revenge there. Taking out Angel. We've got makkeP just looking for an aggressive push. Down banana with the bomb. Markelov going to be on car for the time being. Going to start creeping. So this could allow a bomb plant if they get lucky. Let's have a look. makkeP going to start getting aggressive now. Game has been given away. No connection with the Tech 9. And that's a good round there for HellRaisers.
Yeah, they're tightening up, which is great to see. Worth noting that this is actually the pick of Aligon. So Aligon, they decided to choose Inferno, and whether or not it's because of how they perceive their strengths to be on the T or CT side, I'm not sure, but we all know that HellRaisers can play a very strong Inferno game, and they've had great results in the recent times, even taking Fnatic down on Inferno. So Fnatic, an amazing Inferno team.
Oh, wow. How did he see that through all those plant bots and other crap? Great shot there by Simple. That snap as well, the slightest pixel.
And xelos is going to move through the smoke here onto Arch side. He wants to find that pick, and he's going to get it onto Angel. Caught off guard. That's going to open up the Arch side there for Aligon to move through. And this is obviously realized by HellRaisers. And Aligon going to go for a sneaky double back through onto Banana. There is only one player there, but Markelov does actually have the ability to spot this, and he does get the nade in. So now they can't go for the double back, and they lost a player in the attempt. It's all falling apart.
Did xelos mean to bounce his smoke off the top of the arch, or did he mean to throw it into the arch? Because I feel like he meant to throw it into the arch rather than bounce it off and kind of deny himself vision of the area towards the bomb site. So I don't think that was ideal for him.
This is like plan C right now.
Do have some dancing in the quad area. Meanwhile, kucher taking out makkeP on arch. Khobra going down as well. That's a bomb down. 4 versus 1. And that's going to be another cleanup for HellRaisers. They've got 3 Tech 9s on their team.
And one thing worth talking about very briefly is the fact that Aligon in that round, they had their plan A, which was, okay, let's go for the push. Then they made like the mid-round call because the push wasn't going super well. So like, okay, guys, let's go back to Banana. And usually, and the reason why I say that that's like a mid-round call, kind of a plan B thing, is because they didn't have Banana at all. They didn't ever have any control or presence there, so they didn't know what was there. So it was kind of an improv thing that they did. And obviously not having Banana, HellRaisers having a guy pushed up there, they could smoke it. And looks like they're going to push pretty aggressively up there with the pistols.
Oh, Angels run straight past.
Oh no!
xelos. And that's going to be a weapon in favor of the T's, but Simple coming in with a Rec 9, taking out dalito straight away. T's forced to retreat, but they will get the trade frag on Simple. It's down to kucher to hold this fight versus 3. They've spotted his location, but can they take the site? That's a question.
Ooh. Oh, he just
AWP for Khobra.
scooped up an AWP. That's nasty.
Yeah, and the CTs are very, very stretched now. See the Aligon team starting to slow down. They've got a minute on the clock, and this is going to be difficult for the CT side. But no armor on the T side. It's all doable. Kucher holding his pistol out, which makes me wonder how much he's got left in his... Well, I think he's just picked on.
This is a really tough situation for HellRaisers right now. They can't really gamble and just... I mean, it looks like Dosia is moving forwards now, so he's going to go for a bit of a gamble. And HellRaisers have Kucher on the B-bomb site. He has no nades left. He's only got 26 health. And there goes the smoke. He knows it's coming now. Over by the back box. He's going to be able to pick off one frag. In comes Dosia from Banana, though. In from the back. They're not going to expect him to be there so quickly. Bomb going to go down. Oh, not quite a free frag for Dosia. There it is. Does finish off khobra. It's now a one-on-one. As xelos goes to technologies there. And he's going to find himself that Angel, and it's going to be the Tech 9. Dosia saves the round, the AWP, and HellRaisers going to be settling for that 9-3 scoreline.
So far, so good for the HR team. See if they can keep this up now. Let's have a look at the money on their team as well. They've got lots of money in the bank, so Dosia saving that AWP will also help.
That was a really nice gamble by Dosia to move down middle there. He couldn't know for sure that they were going to hit B right there, but sometimes the gambles, they pay off pretty damn well. Because imagine if he wasn't gambling like that, and they basically do a hold that fort. We got the push coming in. They want this banana area really bad, really fast up on that, and it looks like both banana players going down straight away for HellRaisers. This is a nightmare for them, but the bomb is still on banana. Angel takes the frag onto middle, and HellRaisers have quite a long time to rotate here.
Uh-oh. Okay, smoked off. I was going to say, Zippel in a very dangerous position there. At least he'll figure out that nobody's crossed his scope for the time being. There's a 3 versus 2 retake. xelos 25 HP, dalito 45 HP. Got 1 nade and 1 molotov on the CC side.
So Flash going in towards pool area is going to allow Angel to push forwards, and they're going to try to time this so they're all together. xelos with a great spray onto Angel as he runs around the corner. Simple now. No time to make this happen. Oh, great Deagle shot, but it is all for naught. At least he takes everybody down, but he's going to lose his AWP in the process, and they have not a huge amount of money.
It's tight now for the CTs.
Yeah, but we've only got 2 rounds left, so they're going to be okay.
Simple's gone bananas so far in this match. He's got 17 frags. Nearest to him would be Kucher with 13. Meanwhile, khobra with 4, dalito with 3 frags on the Aligon side. So definitely having a tough time on the less favored side. However, they do have 4 rounds so far, so they're doing reasonably well considering the balance of the map at the moment. So they a few more rounds, like a 9-6, and they'll be in a good stead on the CT side, subject to winning the pistol.
I'm very curious how HellRaisers will play on the P side. Like, I'm super curious about that. There you go. Simple finds so many different angles here to get these frags, and that mobility is definitely giving HellRaisers an edge.
Yeah, his aim is absolutely insane, whether it's an AWP or a Deagle. Markelov reduced to the Mag 7 bulldozer.
Yeah, they got a Mag and a FAMAS on the B defense. Not ideal, but they play the right spots with it. It can be very, very effective. And a 4-on-5 situation, Aligon trying to converge onto the A side of the map, at least to clear middle a little bit. And they have the opportunity to double back through to banana because they have a player there who's pushed all the way up. So that could be effective as a plan B.
Yeah, you can see like there's a potential rotation coming in from the CTs here, but Simple, so sneaky, gonna get some aggression there, and the camera's gonna go to no man's land. Back with dalito though, he does not know that Angel is right there.
That is so scary.
Yeah, he can hear him as well. Angel knows somebody's there, but is he gonna find him in time? The bomb is rotating back towards the B site. Angel finds a frag straight in the face as the push comes in from makkeP. There's 9 seconds left. Can they get the bomb plant? CC's just gonna hide until they try and get the plant. Down to Markelov to hold the site. With the Mag 7, he gets 2 frags. Massive. There wasn't enough time to plant the bomb anyway, but hey, that's a lot of money in the bank for the last round.
Yeah, it was a great defense there from HellRaisers. You can really see how, against a defensive HellRaisers, Aligon struggle to get in. And this is the problem for teams that don't have a huge amount of rehearsal together about strategies and tactics on this map. it's hard to take positions against a team like HellRaisers who will be able to slow you down.
Uh-oh, we're going to have a clash of Titans on the banana area with 3 CTs there to clean this up. The counter flash is coming in as well. This is getting ugly. Last man standing. He gets the deagle frag. Trade from kucher. That's 11-4 to HellRaisers. I was going to make a quick point that it was the last round, but none of them remembered to upgrade their pistols. They all had... Well, Simple had his deagle because he's playing the AWP. The rest of them just stuck with the P2000s, but definitely worth trading up for a 5.7 or a P250. We are into the second pistol round now. This is going to be a critical round for Aligon. It's going to be very important that they win this. Otherwise, it is going to be a long, arduous task to get back into this match.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting now to see what their approach is. Dalito is going to be moving down, spotting second mid here. Does have some cover from 2 teammates, but he does actually get out of there alive. Nobody dying. Markelov just going down to 32 health, but otherwise nothing happening. But they didn't buy any nades. There's no nades, just armor on every man from HellRaisers. And I've seen them play in a multitude of ways on this map for T-side. Sometimes they mix in nades, sometimes they don't. It really seems to be on a feeling sort of thing for them. But they are setting up for this safe push. And then it comes Dalito with a great shot onto Angel. That's definitely going to slow things down with that incendiary in the mix as well. Looking for more action. Does spot 3 players. And information going towards his team as they are rotating now. Quite strong. Aligon.
Okay, so we've got Markelov sneaking in apps now. We've got a 3-dimensional push almost from the terrorist, but the bomb is down. Kucher's running off to try and chase the guy in CT spawn. Gets the trade frag from Mystic, so it's all gone a bit crazy. Markelov has found himself in the pit. 30 seconds left. Could still do this versus 2. All he needs is 1 shot to the head. He has the USPS now, which will give him a bit more range versus the Glock.
Bomb, though. Bomb is not in a good place for Markelov to retake it.
This is like aim warm-up D, where he's standing behind the box, just seeing the tops of their heads.
Here we go. He's going to make his move in, trying to pop those heads. They're playing this very well at the moment, just peeking both at the same time. They're going to peek again at the same time. And that's really great from Aligon. One thing, this is the thing, right, about teams like mixed teams or general just Swedish teams, or even names that you don't see very much that appear in matches like this. Always you've got to respect their aim, because Sweden forever produces the most amazing like executional players, the most amazing aimers. We're seeing nothing less from every one of the Aligon players.
Yeah, CSGO is like a religion out there. And it's massive, man. It's bigger than Jesus.
That's probably true, actually, in Sweden at least.
Yeah. Okay, so we have that smoke. That's the smoke that Exist likes to do from NIP, from CT Spawn. I'm not sure who threw it on this occasion, but it is an omni-purposeful smoke. Works for both teams. We have almost a straight line of terrorists approaching the A site right now.
Yeah, there's four blocks. 4 blocks, which is interesting. They didn't get the bomb down, so and they're going 4 blocks. So that means that they should want to force it on the next round instead of ecoing twice. Or yeah, they're going to force it up here. So very interesting stuff there coming in. They didn't get the bomb down. No, because the bomb was stuck over by library, so they didn't get that down. So they're going to buy a little bit earlier. And this is always really interesting because obviously they get a really big edge against what Aligon bought, which is, well, there's no SMGs there really apart from the P90, so that's okay, but the FAMASs. AKs versus FAMASs, M4 versus FAMAS, AKs, and Galils. That's pretty favorable for the Ts. HellRaisers have an advantage here. If they're able to get rid of all the nades first, then they can have a big advantage into a push.
And they can buy early because they have a 5-round lead. They want to break Aligon's economy, which is why they want to just keep up as much pressure as often as possible here. So again, you've got Dosia just hiding behind the pillar. So if anyone starts to shoot behind the smoke, he is protected. You see a similar thing in the B tunnels on Dust 2, where terrorists stand behind the pillar close to the entrance to B.
Oh,
gives them the most protection.
What a frag from Simple. And they're not even going to worry about delaying too much and getting rid of nades. They're just going to go in right now off the back of that pick. Angel finds a great pick as well. Dalito's there in pit. He can be the man that maybe saves this round, but he goes down so low and Kucher's going to gun him down. This is looking terrible now for Aligon, who move in with xelos and makkeP. makkeP are going to be able to switch out for an M4, but how much good will that do him? Not very much. They should really think about saving now. A 4-man post plant setup on A. This is very brutal. And indeed, they're going to back away here and just keep those guns alive. Very, very good round from HellRaisers. Very good round.
Indeed. So xelos clearly looking for exit frags. Gets one. Isn't going to risk it and try and go for the AK. Is he going to be chased? Kucher's going to be sitting in the pit to stay alive there. Dosia maybe fishing for a frag here. Simple, definitely fishing for a frag. Can he find makkeP? That's the question. Nope. He's happy to just leave him there and save his own economy just in case. So 12 to the HellRaisers, 6 to the Aligon. They have 50% of the score. And they are on the favoured side though, but they need to get their economy off the ground. Both teams not doing an amazing, not having an amazing economy just yet, so definitely all to play for here. No AWPs for either side. Standard setup here in terms of numbers on site, 2 people on B and 3 on A. We do have that setup. It's like they were watching the previous match. Khobra. I just walk. This is, I don't even know what to say. What just happened? They just decided to walk all the way up. Nobody paid attention to quad, and all of a sudden there's only Markelov left.
It's like they thought it was smoke or something, but there's just no smoke there at all. Very weird. Perhaps a bit of miscommunication there for HellRaisers, but that's a very costly round to give away.
That was bizarre.
That's a round that could possibly give Aligon a lot of momentum, because now HellRaisers have to eco. If Aligon pick this up clean, they should have a nice bank going forwards, and they can start really having all the nades. And then that's kind of the point at which a CT side can start dominating really hard on this map. So HellRaisers, the next round, if they want to like stop this from being a close game, they've got to win the next round.
What's even more bizarre is they picked Arch and walked like further, deeper into mid and just didn't check quad at all.
Yeah.
And then they died one by one, like no flashes from the team or anything. I don't know.
It's kind of strange to watch, that's for sure. They got the pistols now as well, so I wonder if they're able to do something crazy with this. They're going to actually take down Khobra. Caught him with a nade out. Dalito dying to a flying man with a deagle. And now we have ourselves Aligon with 2 men against the 4. Have to go for the retake.
What the
Guns
hell is
picked
going
up
on?
by HellRaisers. They aren't going to win the next round. They might just win this one right here, right now. Bust Aligon's economy. And really throw out the hurt to the Swedes. He looking for the picks. Does find one at Graveyard. It's 3 more players to find though. Only one with a rifle. No armor on these players here. This could get very, very messy here for HellRaisers now. In sneaks xelos in from quad side. Has been spotted now, but Aligon are going to back away and just try to make sure everyone dies. That is the goal here. And there is that safe spot right at the back corner of the pit. And we can see that's where Dosia is. Not quite safe enough. Doesn't have enough health. And they are going to go down.
I mean, those are 2 really bizarre rounds we've just seen there, because they had a 3-man stack on quad. The first guy got caught with a grenade in his hand. There was nobody covering him. Like, firstly, he didn't see the guys walk straight up mid for about 2 seconds, which is a hell of a long time. Secondly, he got caught with a nade out with no one apparently giving cover, despite 3 of them being in the same area. So, I don't know, just 2 calamitous rounds for both teams here.
Yeah, I mean, Dalito as well, he was playing that kind of quad support position as well. And he wasn't watching apartments really at all, so he just got jumped on. It's kind of the downside of doing that. You don't expect someone to rush apartments like that so early.
makkeP just caught a grenade in his fruit basket, and he is down to 45 HP straight away. xelos positioning himself for a team flash to peek, or a counter-offensive, but all it's going to be is a smoke for the time being, so maybe we'll see some relative calm here as this round starts to slow down. Simple tag through the smoke, not having any of it. That's goodbye to xelos. And the last man standing on B is going to be makkeP, who only has, once again, 45 HP. Forcing the rotation here from the CTs. Markelov throwing a smoke onto the arch area. You see that's a close smoke as well, so if grenades come in, there's no time to react.
That was a really big big pick there onto the B side, and they're going to go in now, try to see what they can get done. Aligon, very defensive posture so far this round. Do have 2 players left alive towards the site, but that smoke down on coils makes things rather difficult. Markelov in a very good position. In fact, almost all of HellRaisers in a very good position. This is unbreakable right now onto the B side. Aligon getting crushed once again. Dalito going to be trying to save his weapon, and HellRaisers with another very decisive round off the back of that pick through the smoke. So it feels like HellRaisers, they're playing good, but they're also getting some good spots of luck here and there, like that round, the pistol round that they won, and also getting that pick. Just some routine spam finds the frag.
Yeah, so this is going to be 14-7, and HellRaisers looking really, really good to take this first map in this best of 3 on the G2A.com December Cup. So let's have a look at the money for both teams here. Aligon in dire straits right now. I mean, what do? Do they force it up, or do they eco and face match point for the rest of this map?
It's, I mean, it's a really tough call.
It's doable. It's doable on the CT side. Even on 15, yeah, it is doable, definitely.
It's a really tough call. We'll go into that more as this round finishes now, because it's starting to heat up a little bit. Markelov's going to find himself a kill onto Mystic, and meanwhile Aligon going to try to push Banana a little bit, but HellRaisers are covering both sides. That's 2 frags for Khobra with a USP. Kucher going to come around, finish him off, but having to spin around, find the frag onto dalito, and it's all left to makkeP now, who does have Markelov on the approach, and he's ready for the peek out there, but Markelov knows he's there, and it doesn't matter at all. makkeP going to find the kill, but it's traded with Angel, and that's match point now for HellRaisers, and Aligon backs against the wall here on map number 1. Their choice. Next map is HellRaisers' choice. They chose Cash. Aligon in a very, very hard spot.
Oh, Cash was a player like Simple on the team. That is going to be a really bad map for Aligon indeed. Looking at the scoreboard right now, you can see Simple currently 26-12, so he is pretty sharp at the moment, which is bad news for the current CT side. You can see that they've decided to stack the Arch side this time. They do get the first frag. All the remaining players for HellRaisers are pushing A at the moment, so you may see a clash of heads. They've all gone through apps though, and there's nobody there to contest. AWP shot missed. Markelov in the pit now. Terrorist side looking strong. You can see xelos doing a self-flashbang to just clear the banana area. It is time for the CT support to get back into this. Dalito on the side gets taken out while he's facing a different way as well. Too many players for him to go up against. That's a timely Molotov causing havoc. Khobra, no armor whatsoever, down to 75 HP. 2 fast frags though. Suddenly Angel's on his own.
3 players to find. They're all trying to spam onto his position. Takes down 2 players. Angel's trying to spray down the last one. Khobra runs out of bullets. Angel pulls out the knife. Doesn't know which way to turn. He's going to get finished off by Khobra, who had some fantastic AWP work to open up the bomb site. That's a really good series of frags from Khobra. And we're going to see him defuse the bomb in time. Aligon keep themselves in it, but for how long?
By the skin of their teeth. They make it through that round. But there's going to be another full buy, completely full buy here from HellRaisers. While on the Aligon side, we've got 3 FAMASs coming out. And is there a gun drop for Khobra? Yes, the AWP. So, we'll see if they can continue this. Simple going towards mid, Khobra going towards long, so there will be no battle of the AWPs just yet. That said, Simple does head towards long, so seem to be gravitating towards each other for the time being. Angel with an aggressive position in mid. See the CT's makkeP and dalito quite close up, as Angel does get some more banging in the apps, but there's no one to be found there for the time being.
So they have taken over apartments in the meanwhile. HellRaisers taking a slower approach to the round. As can be said for Aligon, although we're seeing the usual plays with that banana smoke there from them. Angel got to find a pick over on to the A site. So this is looking quite bad now for Aligon, who are still up against 5 keys who are heavily equipped. xelos needs to get a play into banana here. He can't know what's there, but they need to do something to get this advantage back. In fact, he's alone here. So, getting picked off on the A side as well. They are just dismantling this defense at the moment. Nothing to be found. xelos tries to do something on banana, gets shut down, and it looks like HellRaisers just have to kill Khobra now. He's barely alive. 41 points of health in the open, finds a second frag, will go down in the end. 16-8 will be the score as HellRaisers. They close out map number 1, Inferno, and we are going to go to Cash, which is HellRaisers' choice.
Yeah, so that was a really strong showing there from HellRaisers. The superior team by far in that first map. Just had it all together, Simple on fire as well. And if those 2 things are going for you, you're going to be hard to stop. Again, we saw them do great at DreamHack Winter on Inferno, and we're seeing them continue that here today. So again, the next map will be Cash. And has the raffle chap claimed his... Okay, right. The dongers resume, chaps, during the break. Razordong is in the chat, and then we will hopefully raffle the Blaze by the beginning of the next map. So we'll be back in a few minutes with map 2.